Hello student, this is Pallad Darbari, your host, and you're watching Pallad Darbari classes. In this video, we will discuss the second chapter of economics, that is elasticity of demand. Let us see the topic that we will discuss in detail. The first topic is types of elasticity of demand, methods to calculate elasticity of demand, and finally factors affecting elasticity of demand. We start the class with the definition of elasticity of demand. Listen, elasticity of demand refers to the responsiveness of demand to the changes in its various determining factors. In a very simple word, we can say elasticity of demand refers to the degree of change in demand with respect to change in factors determining demand. We know that demand is affected by price, taste and preference of the consumers, price of the related goods, income of the consumers. So elasticity of demand refers to the degree of change in demand with respect to degree of changes in these factors. Let us see the types of elasticity of demand. There are three types of elasticity of demand on the basis of factors determining demand. The first is price elasticity of demand. We know that the demand is affected by the price. So in the price elasticity of demand, we see the degree of change in demand with respect to change in price. Second is income elasticity of demand. In the income elasticity of demand, we see the degree of change in demand with respect to change in income of the consumers. In the cross elasticity of demand, we see the degree of change in demand with respect to change in price of the related goods. So according to the factors, there are three types of elasticity of demand: price, income and cross. In 11th standard, we will only discuss price elasticity of demand in detail. Let us see the price elasticity of demand. The price elasticity of demand measures the degree of responsiveness of the demand with respect to change in the price of the commodity. Algebraically, we can represent elasticity of demand as ED. Formula of the elasticity of demand is percentage change in demand with respect to percentage change in price. It can also be represented as ED equal to delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. P means initial price, Q means initial quantity, delta Q means change in demand and delta P means change in price. ED is a negative value depicting the negative relationship between price and demand. We know that we are having a negative relationship. Why? Because if one increases, the other falls down. So ED represents the negative relationship between price and demand. So it has the negative value. Types of price elasticity of demand. There are 5 types of price elasticity of demand. First is perfectly elastic demand. In the case of perfectly elastic demand, price is constant and the demand increase and decrease. In the case of perfectly inelastic demand, the demand is constant but the price increase or decrease. Next is unitary demand. When the degree of change in price and the degree of change in demand is equal, it is called unitary elastic demand. Next is more than unitary elastic demand or elastic demand or more than elastic demand. When the percentage change in demand is more and the percentage change in demand price is less, it is called more than elastic demand. The next is less than elastic demand or inelastic demand. When the percentage change in price is more than the percentage change in demand, it is called less than elastic demand. Now we will discuss these in detail. Firstly, we will discuss the perfectly elastic demand. Perfectly elastic. When the demand increase or decrease with a no change or with a small change in the price of the commodity, it is called perfectly elastic demand. It can be represented by infinity. Graphically, we can see that the price is constant and the demand increase or decrease. Here demand curve is parallel to x-axis. Let us see the same thing through the schedule. Price is constant 10 rupees and the demand is keep on increasing. Earlier it was 23, then it increased to 28, then increased to 33, then increased to 43. But the price is constant 10 rupees. Now let us see perfectly inelastic demand. When the price increase or decrease with a no change or with a small change in the demand of the commodity, it is called perfectly inelastic demand. Here the ED is equal to 0. Graphically, we can say that the demand curve is parallel to price curve, price axis, sorry. Price axis is represented by the y-axis, so demand is parallel to y-axis. Let us explain the same thing. Let us see the same thing through the schedule. Here we can say that the demand is constant 23 and the price is increasing. Earlier it was 10, increased to 20, 30 and 40. But in all these conditions, the price demand is same, constant, 23 rupees. Now let us see the next thing, that is unitary elastic demand. When the proportionate change in price is equal to the proportionate change in demand of the commodity, it is called unitary elastic demand. Here ED is equal to 1. Let us see the graphical presentation. This slope shows the unitary elastic demand. To be more clear, we can see, understand it through the schedule. Here we can see when the price is 10, demand is 20. When the price is 8, demand is 30. When the price is 6, demand is 40. When the price is 4, demand is 50. Here we can see that the percentage change in price is equal to percentage change in demand. When the proportionate change in demand is more than the proportionate change in price of the commodity, it is called more than elastic demand. It can be represented by ED greater than 1. Graphical presentation. Here we can see that the percentage change in demand is more and the percentage change in price is less. In the schedule, we can clearly see that the percentage change in demand is more 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, and the percentage change in price is less. Price is changing by 10% and the demand is earlier it changed by 10%, then it increased by 20%, then it changed to 30%. So change in demand is more and the change in price is less. Less than elastic demand. When the proportionate change in demand is less than the proportionate change in price of the commodity, it is called less than elastic demand. It can be represented as ED less than 1. Graphically, it can be represented in this way. Here we can see that the change in demand is less and change in price is more. Try to understand the same thing through the schedule. Here we can see that the demand is changing by 10%, whereas the price is percentage change in price is increasing. Firstly, it increased by 10%, then increased by 20%, then increased by 40%. But in all these cases, the percentage change in demand is same 10%. There are three ways of measuring price elasticity of demand. First is geometric method, then proportionate method, then total expenditure method. geometric method. This method is also called the point method of measuring elasticity. Under this method, we measure elasticity at different points on a demand curve. A demand curve can either be a straight line or a rectangular hyperbola curve. Let us see the method of calculating elasticity of demand when the demand curve is a straight line demand curve. The elasticity of demand at any point on a straight line demand curve is given by a ratio of lower segment and the upper segment of the demand curve. It can be represented as ED equal to lower segment divided by upper segment. Let us understand this with the help of a figure. P, E, D, E, F, these are the different points on the demand curve. If we want to know which type of the elasticity is at the point B, we apply the method and find it out. If we want to find out the type of the elasticity at the point E, then we apply the lower segment, upper segment to find out the type. If we want to know which type of the elasticity exists at the point D, we apply the point method and so on. Let us see the type of the elasticity at the point D. To calculate or to apply the point method, we apply lower segment divided by upper segment. Let us see. Lower segment is dA and the upper segment is dB. Here we know that lower segment and the upper segment is equal, so ED is equal to 1. It means that unitary elastic of demand is exist at the point D. Let us see the type of the elasticity at the point B. Lower segment is BA, upper segment is 0. It means infinity. So here the elasticity of demand is perfectly elastic demand. At the point A, lower segment is 0 and the upper segment is AB. So 0 divided by AB is equal to 0. So here the elasticity of demand is perfectly inelastic demand. At the point of E, lower segment is EA and the upper segment is BE. So lower segment is greater than B. So answer is ED is greater than 1. So it is more than unitary elastic demand. And at the point of A, lower segment is FA and the upper segment is FB. So here ED is less than 1. So here exists less than unitary elastic demand. So in this way we calculate we find out the elasticity on the demand curve applying the point method. In the case of rectangular hyperbola demand curve, there exists only one type of the elasticity, that is unitary elastic demand. So hyperbola rectangular demand curve is also known as unitary elastic demand curve. Let us see the next method, that is percentage method or the proportionate method. According to this method, elasticity is measured as the ratio of percentage change in demand with respect to percentage change in price. ED is equal to percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in price, or delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. Let us see the total expenditure method. In this method of measuring elasticity, we examine how the total expenditure incurred on a goods change with the change in the price of the goods. It means in this method, elasticity is calculated on the basis of change in total expenditure with the change in price of the commodity. Algebraically, it can be represented as total expenditure is equal to price multiplied by quantity demanded. There can be followed three possible situations of total expenditure. One is unitary elastic demand, then more than elastic demand, and less than elastic demand. In the case of unitary elastic demand, if a rise or fall in the price of demand do not change the total expenditure, then the demand for the good is said unitary elastic. It means that if the expenditure is constant, irrespective of change in the price of the commodity, it is called unitary elastic demand. In the case of more than unitary elastic demand, there is a negative relationship between price and total expenditure. That is, when the price rises, expenditure decreases, and vice versa. And in the case of less than unitary elastic demand, there exists a direct relationship between price and expenditure. It means that when the price increases, expenditure increases, and vice versa. Let us understand the same thing through the schedule. Here we can say that price is increasing, but the expenditure is constant, 20 rupees. It means unitary elastic, AD is equal to 1. When the price increase and the expenditure is decreasing, 50, 40, it is decreasing. So it is called more than unitary elastic demand. And when both are increasing, price is increasing and the expenditure is also increasing, it means direct relationship. It is called less than unitary elastic demand. Graphically, it can be represented like this one. AB represents more than elastic demand, BC represent unitary, and CD represents less than elastic demand. Factors determining elasticity of demand. The first factor is nature of a good. Second is substitutes. Second, several uses. Then consumers' income, consumers' habit, period of time, and income spent on goods. Remember one thing, at the time of determining the uh, factors affecting elasticity of demand, we see elastic demand and inelastic demand. We only see because of these factors will the elasticity will be more than unitary or less than unitary. Let us see the nature of a good. The price elasticity of demand depends upon the nature of the goods. The goods and services can be broadly divided into three categories: necessities, luxuries, and jointly demanded goods. The three types of goods have different values of elasticity as discussed below. Let us see. First is necessity goods. These goods are those goods which a consumer demands for sustaining his life. For example, food items. Whatever be the price, the demand will be made. Listen, in the case of necessity goods, the demand will be inelastic. What it means? It means that when the price of the necessity goods increase, the change in the demand is very less. It means that the percentage change in price is more and the percentage change in demand is less. Why? Because in the case of necessity goods, there is a small change in the demand and the percentage change in price is more. Why? Because people can't quit or stop the consumption of necessity goods. In the case of luxury goods, the demand is elastic. How? Let us see. Luxury goods is demanded according to the price. So in the case of the luxury goods, we have seen that the price increase and the demand increase means that the percentage change in price is less and the percentage change in demand is more. It means that with a small change in the price, the demand changes at a faster rate. So here the demand is elastic or more than elastic. In the case of jointly demanded goods, the elasticity of demand is less than. It means that percentage change in price is more and the percentage change in demand is less. A rise in the price of sugar will not reduce its demand if the demand for tea has not decreased. Hence, such goods have a inelastic demand. Let us see the substitute goods. Substitute goods are the goods which can be used in place of the main goods. If the substitute goods are available in the market, then the demand will be elastic. It means that with a small change, the demand will change at a faster rate. Why? Because the substitutes are available to the consumers. But if the substitutes are not available in the market, then the percentage change in price is more and the percentage change in demand is less. Why? Because the people don't have the option. It means that the change in price will be more and the change in demand will be less. In the case of several uses, if the commodity can be put to several uses, such as milk, the demand will be elastic. This is because if the price of this good increase, then it will be used only for important purpose, leading to a drastic fall in the demand. So here we can say that in the case of several uses, the percentage change in price is less and the percentage change in demand is more. Consumers income. In the case of high income group and in the case of low income group, the demand will be inelastic. Why? Because the percentage change in price is more and the demand is less, because these goods are mostly demanded by the uh, because if the income is high, the demand is not affected by the people, and if the income is very low, the people can't meet the demand. So the change in price is more and the change in demand is very less. But if there is middle income group income, the demand will be elastic. Why? Because the percentage change in demand is more with the percentage change in price. With a small change in the price, the demand changes to a very great extent. Let us see the consumer's habit. The goods that a consumer is habituated, such as liquor, cigarette, etc., have an inelastic demand because people don't have the option. With a small change in the price, the demand very rarely change. So in the case of habituated goods, the percentage change in price is more and the demand is less. So here the elasticity is inelastic. Let us see the period of time. In the short run, the demand is inelastic. Why? Because in the short run, people can't change the demand. So the percentage change in price is more and the demand is less. But in the long run, the people will get the time period. So the change in demand is more and the change in price is less. So here the demand is elastic. Let us see the next factor, that is income is spent on goods. If the person is spent a very small percentage of the income, then the demand will be inelastic. It means that the percentage change in price is more and the demand is less. But when a major portion of the income is being spent, then the elasticity will be elastic. The percentage change in price will be less and the demand is more. That's all we have in this video. Thanks for watching. God bless you all.